think it's pretty fair to say that the last 2 Earth years have been a little strange. They've been a little hectic with regards to the growth and development of our Imperial Government operations. I think it's fair to say that because our growth, although it's been steady and it's been strong, we've had a lot of staff changes. Well, a moderate amount of staff changes and improvements in a wide variety of our protocols and procedures, and they are starting to pay dividends, as they say. We definitely have seen dramatic improvements in certain of our areas of operations, and our staff is really coming online stronger now because we were able to streamline certain things. Our training regimen has been expanded a lot. It was already rather extensive to begin with, but it's expanded a whole lot. Certain things are going to be streamlined in it, but nonetheless, we'll be covering more information. We have to, as a consequence of more abilities that we've been allowed to have by our beloved Creator and ancestors, giving us the spirit to move forward and engage in more research, and as a consequence of our due diligence in the research area, we've come across more abilities to do things, and we've been able to acquire more equipment and different types of equipment that we thought we were going to be using previously to do particular jobs more effectively. Our health centers they take a back seat to no one. They might be small. They may be small in size, but in terms of abilities, we're giant in our abilities. And we'll be able to increase the size of them as we go. And now we're going to be introducing, as soon as we get the models down, iridology into what we're doing. We already do essential oils, and we already do herbs, and we already do moxibustion, or however it's pronounced, and we already do cupping, candling, acupressure massage, better known as Tuina. We already do a whole host of alternative methods, various levels of Reiki and other forms of heel touch, reflexology, and things of this nature. And as a consequence of having these gifts available, it allows us to provide those who partake in our non-surgical universal health care plan. It allows us to provide them with a wide variety of ways to take care of them. As we get more things online, it will allow us to provide even more things. We also provide heat therapy via our heat lamps and things of this nature. And ionic foot cleansing is soon going to be within our scope of operation as well. But then you have the things that we're doing, i.e. the new equipment en route for the Imperial Weather Observation Agency, where it will allow us to get more reliable readings for barometric pressure and wind speed, UV, A penetration. It will allow us to get an idea, a firmer sense of like dew point and averages on the weather temperature on 7-day cycles, 30-day cycles, quarterly and yearly. So excellent software to go along with excellent indicators allows us to deal in almanac, or the study of weather, as they say. So that will allow us to deal in commerce better. And we'll be looking at a few other things. As a matter of fact, the newest report I've seen regarding what my Imperial Research and Development Agency has been looking into, the Department for Agriculture has given them tasking orders. The Minister for the Land Management, Grand Noble Chioma Teresa Bay, handles that area. They have been working towards looking at this new system for ebb and flow hydroponics. It's a cylinder type system as opposed to a flat table, and it rotates, and it has inside the cylinder one very long light mechanism that allows you to simulate ultraviolet light and basically the unit houses as many as 80 plants. So that's a, you know, generally speaking, you can only fit between 25 and 40 pots on a 4x4 tray for hydroponics. So uh, to be able to handle double that in this cylinder system is amazing to us. It takes up basically the amount of space of one 4x4 table, more or less, and you're basically doubling and tripling or quadrupling, depending on what you're growing, uh, uh, you yield. And that's a hard argument there. I have a firm appreciation of the due diligence that R&D does regarding um, looking into new ways to do things in a more efficient and proficient manner. So when we begin to look at things from a perspective of how can we do them better on a consistent basis, well, if you work towards that, you will achieve it. And when you achieve it, it has excellent benefits for your nationals uh, directly, and those in your sphere of influence as well. And I'm grateful to our beloved Creator and all of our ancestors for all the wonderful gifts of love that they bestowed upon us and continue to bestow upon us. And I look forward to being able to provide a continuously efficient and proficient government structure as a viable option for all those who are looking for a viable option unto the madness that they're looking at in the form of what the pigmentocracy generators basically uh, shoved down their throats, or should I say they voluntarily, up until now, have allowed it to be shoved down their throats. Folks are looking for a viable option, and they're looking for one that's non-hostile. And I'm happy to say the Amexem-Moor-Empire provides that viable option that's non-hostile that a lot of folks are looking for. And so I continue to look for ways to show folks through our actions that, look, you are descendants of those who have built the wonders on this planet. And the same ingenuity they had, you have it as well. You just have to spark it and get it to light. And once it lights, you have to walk in that light. And when you walk in that light, you will find that you won't be bumping into things because you're walking in the dark. I look forward to all of our folks in time getting to a point when they can say we have reached that plateau, as they say, as a collective on this planet, where we are no longer the tail, but the head, no longer allowing lower self to reign supreme, but humbling ourselves so that we're able to learn, humbling ourselves and finding a way to think, act, and speak within the five basic principles of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And when we get there, we'll be the better for it, I think. So we got to continue in that, I think. And as we all continue to find a way in our hearts and minds on a daily basis to have that positive thinking and to have that in our mindset that we will think, act, and speak with those five basic principles, and have in our mind that we will always find a way to be efficient and proficient through the use of ingenuity, well then we can expect to have a positive outcome.